everybody, Stephanie here and welcome to the video. Today I am back with another Lululemon Amazon dupes video. I had so much fun with my other Amazon dupes video that I just had to make another one. So I have another 5 items here to review for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. So these are all tops because I'm still in the very vigorous research process to find leggings because I am just very picky and it's taking me a little bit longer than normal to figure it all out. So in the meantime, let's talk about these amazing dupes for some of these popular Lululemon tops. As mentioned in my previous Lulu dupes video, some of these had fast and free shipping with Amazon Prime. Some of them you had to pay a small fee for shipping or customs fees at checkout. Hashtag Canadian problems. But overall, they do still ring in cheaper than Lululemon does. And these are brands that you can actually trust because I did all of the digging and all of the research so that you don't have to. I will have all of these linked in the description box down below, as well as my measurements as always. So make sure you check all that out. So first up, I have a sports bra, and you can check out my last video if you want to see 5 other dupes for popular Lulu sports bras. Actually, I have 2 Lululemon sports bras here, but I only was able to find 1 dupe for it. This is the Free to Be Serene sports bra, and then of course I have the long line version. This one is a size 6 in the color Hideaway Deep Camo Coal Multi, and it was $54. And then the long line one is actually in a 4 because I really wanted this color, which is called Tidewater Teal and Mist Pink, and this one was $64. Now I really struggled to find a dupe for like the regular version, but I was able to find a dupe for the long line version. Well, I mean, there were some that were kind of similar to this one, but they were like super sketchy. So I just decided to stick to a brand that I already know, and that is of course CRZ Yoga. This one was only $35 when I got it, and these ones feel like very similar to this one, and the design is like fairly similar, but there's definitely some more noticeable differences. The biggest thing being the strap design. So when we look at the back here, you can see there is kind of like this triangle dip down, and it has like the 2 straps connected to that, and then there's like those 2 that are here like in the middle. The long line one looks very similar. You have this little like triangle dip with the 2 straps, and then these 2 in the middle here. And then when we look at the dupe, see, this one is a little bit more like straight across. There isn't really like a triangle dip. However, we still do have the 2 straps on the outside and then these 2 in the middle. So obviously this one matches more with the long line version, like lengthwise, but the strap details are still really similar to the non-long line one. What's interesting though is the long line version has some gaping in the straps here, even though it is a whole size down. And then I also have the same problem in the dupe one, but like not as bad. Such a shame though, because I really like this color. And I mean, being long lined and the other straps on here and being a 4, it definitely still holds me in, but it's just weird that that one strap is kind of like doing its own thing. The long line one is a little bit more harder to get on because this like seam here at the bottom underneath the bust here, it doesn't really like stretch that much, so it was really hard to like pull on over top of my body. But once it's on, other than the loose straps, it does fit pretty well. The Amazon one fits pretty well too, and definitely has like a lot more stretch to it. And I actually feel like this long line one fits a little bit looser than the regular one does, which is weird because this is a 4 and this is a 6, but I do find that sometimes like black fabric has a little bit less stretch to it, so I don't know, maybe that's playing a part. Overall though, the Free to Be Serene sports bra is quite comfortable. Like, even though the strap here at the bottom is like thinner, it doesn't dig into my skin as much as like the Free to Be Wild sports bra does, but this one is also geared for larger cup sizes, so it's very comfy. And then of course the long line one doesn't dig in at all. But just because of the price point, I'm probably gonna have to side with the Amazon dupe. Even though the straps like aren't identical, they're very similar to each other, and this one is just like quite comfy. I mean, I do really like these ones too though, but if I had to pick, obviously I would go with this one just because of the price point. Okay, so these are the first two items. It's kind of like a 2-for-1, but this is like item number 1 and item number 2. So moving on to item number 3. I am so excited about this one. I absolutely had to talk about the Align tank. I love this top so much, and I want more colors, but they're so expensive. Like, these can go from like $58 up to like $72 depending on the color. So I am so freaking happy to be showing you this amazing dupe that I'm gonna be going back and buying in like so many colors. I've had this green Align tank for quite some time now actually, and it's actually an 8 because I don't really like my tops being like super tight. But for now, for the sake of consistency, I decided to get the dupe also in an 8 so that I can compare them like perfectly to each other. This one is from a brand called Sunzel or Sunzel, and it was only $29.99. These are so similar. The Lulu one is like a little bit more thin and like a little bit more brushed, but everything else is like the same. They have like similar seam detailing. It is a little bit different, but very, very close. They both have that like built-in shelf bra with the removable padding cups. They have like similar cut details in the front and the back, and they just fit like very similar to each other. Like, when I took this out of the package and put it on, I was shocked. I was just floored and just so happy because it is a very good dupe at a much affordable price, and I'm going back and buying like multiple colors. I am so freaking happy about this. If there's one thing that you buy from this video, please make it this. Now for something a little bit different, I have here one of my favorite Lululemon long sleeves. This is the Swiftly Tech long sleeve. I have these in so many different colors, and I usually wear a 6, but I can pull off a 4 as well because they're quite stretchy. But these are like $78, and then usually they're sold out of my size anyway. So I have a dupe to show you guys, and I actually first saw this dupe on Hope Scope's channel like quite some time ago. So I've actually had these tops for a few years now, but they are amazing. I have them in quite a few colors. They're from the brand CRZ Yoga, and they are only like $39. Now, on the surface, they look very, very similar. Like, they have the logo placement and the contouring kind of all in the same areas as the Lulu ones. Like, the subtle logo detailing on the front is very similar. They're very similar in length, like they're both very long. They have the same ribbed details on the wrists and thumb holes. They also have similar logo placements on the back, and they even have wording on the inside of the bottom of the hem here. Now, although they look very, very similar, they do not feel the same. The Swiftly Techs are made of like a thinner, like airier material, and they do stretch like quite a bit more. The CRZ Yoga ones are like a little bit more stiff, if you will, and therefore they fit just like a little bit more snug, especially in the arms, I feel. So that's why I like to get mine in a medium, and I don't think the smalls would be like very comfortable, but I kind of have like bigger arms, so the medium ones work really well for me. There is like a little bit of extra fabric, so there is like some wiggle room, but I feel like a small one would just be like a little bit too tight and it wouldn't be really comfortable, especially because they're not like as stretchy, so you can't like pull them and move them around as much as you can with the Swiftly Techs. Overall, like, my heart will always be with the Swiftly Tech long sleeve. It's like one of my favorites, but this dupe is like a very good alternative. I like to wear these ones out if there's a chance that I'm gonna get like a little bit messy, so I still want to be cute and comfy. But like, for example, I wore one of these paintballing. I used to wear these to my job where I would get like a little bit dusty. I think I even got like a Sharpie marker on one of these once. So like, I wouldn't want to do that to my Swiftly Techs. Like, I would be absolutely devastated. These are like almost $80 each. So these Amazon ones are definitely a good option. They don't absorb sweat as well as the Swiftly Techs, I will say, but overall they're still like a very, very good option, and they look very similar. Lastly, I have here my Define jacket. Mine is actually the one with the hood, and these ones say they're like $138 on the website, but I'm pretty sure I paid more for this just because of the camo print. And this one is actually in a size 10 because I just really wanted the color, and I think I actually wear an 8 normally in this anyway because I don't like it to be so fitted. The Define jacket is definitely one of those like more fitted, like body contouring sorts of jackets. And the dupe that I have for you guys is from a brand called Queenie Key. This one was $57.99 with 1 day free shipping from Amazon Prime. Thank you very much. And there were no custom fees to pay. I got this one in a medium because I wanted to try and find something like closer to the size 10. And I actually think that this one is very comparable to a 10. So my normal sizing would probably be a small. They fit and feel like so similar. The material is just so soft on both of these. Like, this is absolutely amazing. They have very similar wrist and thumb hole details. They have like the same logo placement on the back, and they also have that like mesh paneling sort of detail on the back. The seam details are not identical, but they are very close. And then the zippers are also a little bit different here as well. The Lulu jacket kind of has a little bit of a cover over top of their zippers, whereas the Amazon one doesn't. But this is like a very affordable dupe of the Define jacket. And they had like so many different colors, and they also had the version without the hood as well. I personally just like the ones with the hoods better, and I also like that this Queenie Key one has this little like zipper pull detail. This kind of reminds me of like those old school scuba hoodies that had those like little elastics that you could use to pull up and down the zipper. I do actually really like this one, but I think a small one would just be a little bit better for me. This one is a little bit too loose for my preference, and I think the small one would be good. Like, it wouldn't be too tight, but it's definitely comparable to the 10. And make sure you check out my measurements too, because that might help you out a little bit more. Well, that is all I have for you today, so I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave me a comment down below letting me know which one of these items was your favorite, or if you have a different favorite Amazon activewear item that you want me to check out, let me know. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you like these kinds of videos. It really helps me out, and I appreciate your support so much. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.